Hey, welcome to Teen Craft, where we are going to make a bookmark. A very simple bookmark, but a pretty good looking bookmark, if I do say so myself. So, if you picked up your little packet, you have all of the things that you need in order to make this bookmark. And let me just tell you, there are some that are still here, so you can feel free to stop in to Youth Services and pick up one of these kits at any time. All right, so this is what the bookmark I made looks like. All right, and so I put the same amount of beads in this as I have on here. So there's 11 beads in your kit. You've got one piece of string. The string is about 22 inches long, and it's much longer than it needs to be, as you can tell, so that if you make a mistake or something, you have enough room for that. Also, let me point out, you want to make sure, remember, that this part of your bookmark is about 10 inches. That'll fit in any junior fiction, that'll fit into a YA book, and a lot of adult books. So if you get it 10 inches in the middle, you're doing a great job. And it is just as simple as it could possibly be. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your piece of twine and you're gonna knot it like this. And I would suggest that you actually double knot it so that you make sure those beads don't get away from you. All right? So once you have your knot in there, then you can put as many beads or as few beads as you want. On this one, I'll come a little closer, I chose to put 2 stopper beads at the end. I've got a big bead and then a longer bead and then 2 of the flat beads. So that's how I decided to make my top, and that's the top of my bookmark. And then once you have the beads on there, all you have to do is knot it tight like that, and then trim off any bit of ends that you want to. And then once you're done with the top, you're basically going to be doing the exact same thing down at the bottom. I, of course, decided to use my big bead so that that kind of falls over the top of the book. Now, a couple of things that I would suggest. All of the beads that I've put in the packets for you are should be able to fit right on this piece of twine, but it does tend to fray. So if you have an issue with your twine fraying, what you can do is take a tiny little piece of tape like this and then just wrap it around about as tight as you can get it, like that. And it kind of makes it like a shoelace, and it makes it a little bit easier. I'll show you it. So it looks like this. So it makes it a little bit easier to get it into the beads, because some of the beads, the openings aren't as big as others. So that's about all you need to know. You're knotting that end, you're doing the same on the other. You've got the beads, you put them on in any which way you want, and you have a beautiful beaded bookmark. Just like that. So yeah, come in and pick up your bead kit, or if you have beads at home, feel free to use your own beads. Obviously, you could use embroidery floss instead of something like this, and you can also use crimping beads. So I wanted to make it as simple as possible. I don't know if everybody has needle nose pliers, but if you do like to bead, you might have needle nose pliers, and you can use crimping beads in place of the knots. So thanks for hanging out and doing my beaded bookmark craft. I'll see you next month. We're going to make a piece of jewelry that's going to look really cool. It's guitar pick jewelry with a leather strap. So have a good night. See you next month.